A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter population and organisms. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the population or population attributes. If we are, because in a on Earth, it is not possible or rarely single organism can survive their whole life. Normally, they live in the group or share common resources or compete with for the common resources. So normally it is happen on the in the living organism. So what is if we talk about a single organism, so it can be rate, it can be death or life or birth. But if we talk about the birth of population or death of population, so it is always given as birth rate and death rate, but not singly per capita birth or per capita death. We will discuss about the population. Now students, let us move to the NCERT line. What is given in NCERT line? In nature, we rarely find isolated single individual of any species. Majority of them live in groups in a well-defined geographical area. For share or compete for common resources. Common resource potentially inbreed and thus constitute a population. So generally they share or compete with common resources, or the inbreeding takes place, which is also denoted by the sexual reproduction. Although the term inbreeding implies sexual reproduction, a group of individuals resulting from even asexual reproduction is also generally considered a population for the purpose of ecological studies. All the cormorants are the birds which are generally living in the wetland or the mangrove forest. Mangrove or generally the species of birds which survive in the wetland, red in an dwelling teak wood trees in a forest tract, bacteria in culturing plate and lotus in pond also shows a population. Are some example of a population. In earlier chapter you have learned, and that is not related to the now. Let us move to the, because the ecosystem is deleted portion of your syllabus, that's why we are not discussing about that now. A population has certain attributes whereas an individual organism does not. For example, if we talk about the living organism of a single organism, so they birth, that organism particularly birth or death. But if we consider whole population, so it can be represented by birth rate or death rate, not singly only the birth and the death. In a population, these rates refer to per capita birth and death. Per capita birth and death. The rates hence expressed are change in the numbers with respect to member of the population. With respect to the member of the population, here is an example. If in a pond there were 20 lotus plants last year, and through reproduction 8 new plants are added, taking the current population to 28, we calculate the birth rate as 8 by 20 is equal to, that means 8 plant produced by 20 plant. 8 plant is produced by 20 plant. So that's why it can be taken. 0.4 offspring per lotus per year. That is what is the frequency of birth rate? That is the 0.4 offspring per lotus per year. We can calculate. If 4 individual, here is another example of the death rate. Here is birth rate. If 4 individuals in laboratory, population of 40 fruit flies died during the specified time interval, say a week. That means 4 offspring of fruit fly, Drosophila fruit fly died in a week. The death rate in the population during that period is 4 by 40 is equal to 0.1 individual per fruit fly per week, because data is given per week, not the per year. Here lotus data is given per year, not per week. That's why it is according to the living organism, or the rate of the reproduction is also matter in the living organism, or what is their life time. It also determines the birth rate or death rate according to week or year. Depend upon the living organism totally. Now let us move to the next paragraph. What is another attribute characteristic of the population is sex ratio. An individual is either a male or female, but a population has a sex ratio, that how many percentage of a population belong to the female group, or how many population, what is the percentage of population belong to the male group. That is 60% of population are female and 40% of males. Generally it happens in population. A population at any given time is composed of individuals of different ages. So if the age distribution percent is plotted for the population, the resulting structure is called an age pyramid. The resulting structure is called an age pyramid. For human population, the age pyramid generally show age distribution of male and female. In a diagram here is we can also identify whether the population is expanding type of, or stable type of, or decline type of. What is the pyramid? Which type of pyramid does the population carry? So human population, in the human population, the reproductive, there are 3 stages of the life. That is pre-reproductive phase, that is that group of individuals, the children belong to that group of individuals. Reproductive phase is those are capable of reproduce young, actually human. Or post-reproductive phase, that means those individuals who cannot reproduce, so they lost their ability of the reproduction. That is old age. Mostly the old age human belongs to that group. The children and their mother father belong to the reproductive phase, and the post reproductive phase, those individuals or human which are not capable of reproduction. So just cross the reproductive phase only, said to me. Now in a population, if more children are present with compared to the reproductive phase, or the post reproductive phase is least in a population, is very least in a population, so that type of population is expanding type of population. For example, if a parents have 4 children, so with compared to their children, their number is less, or their children are more in number, because the couples are 2 individuals. A couple is 2 individuals, they have 4 children, so that type of population is expanding type of population. Now, stable type of population. If a couple has 2 children, for example, that type of population is stable type of population. If a reproductive phase is equal to the pre-reproductive phase, so that type of population is stable type of population. Now, declining type of population is if a couple has only 1 child. So the couple or reproductive phase individual are 2 in number, but they have only 1 child. So that type of population always represent declining type of population. Declining type of population. So these are the certain age pyramid which is also determine the population in a given population, which kind of age pyramid shown by that population. The size of the population tells us a lot about its status in the habitat. Whatever the ecological processes we wish to investigate in a population, be it the outcome of completion with another species, the impact of a predator, or the effect of pesticides. Also, pesticide application, we always evaluate them in terms of any change in the population size. The size in nature could be as low as less than 10. That means in a given population it can be low, the number of individuals low or less than 10 also form a population. For example, Siberian cranes at Bharatpur wetlands in any year. So that are less in number or less than 10 number. So they also make a population. Now, Chlamydomonas in a pond. So the highly variant number, that is million of Chlamydomonas are present in a population. So the size of population and the nature of population may vary according to the number of these examples, like Siberian crane at Bharatpur wetland, that is less than 10, or millions of Chlamydomonas present in a pond. Population size technically called population density. So what is population of density? That is the population size. How can we understand upon the population size? It always represented by the number of individuals in a given population, in a given geographical area, like Siberian cranes or the pond. If we talk about the lotus population in a given pond, so maybe there are 20 plants or 30 plants, for example, just only. So if the lotus plant in a given geographical area shows 10 in number, that will be the population density of the lotus plant, that is 10 in number. Although the total number is generally need not necessarily be measured in numbers only. It cannot be. We can also use another method. Although total number is generally the most appropriate measure of population density, it is in some cases either meaningless or difficult to determine in an area if there are 200 carrot grass plant but only a single huge banyan tree with a large canopy, stating that the population density of banyan is low relative to that of the carrot grass. If we are considering population density in number only, so it can only happen with respect respect to the number only. There are another method for calculating, for evaluating the population density. Or now to understanding the enormous role of banyan in the community, in such cases the percent cover or biomass is more meaningful measure of the population size. So it can be also what is here given, the biomass the percentage cover or biomass. So it is also a mode of measure of the population density. Another mode of measure of the population density. So if we are discussing about the area cover or the percentage cover and the biomass of the banyan tree, so it will always shows the more population density as compared to the carrot grass, because the area and the biomass is not more of carrot grass is not more than the banyan tree, simply. Now total number is again not an easily adoptable measure of if the population is used and counting is impossible or very time consuming. Sometimes for certain ecological investigations there is no need to know the absolute population density. Relative density serve the purpose equally well. So it can, because for example, if in a population there are, in a pond there are so millions of Chlamydomonas, so there is difficult for us to calculate the number of Chlamydomonas in a pond, because it requires so much time for the calculation. We actually need small sample, then through the microscope we calculate the number of Chlamydomonas in a given cube, for example, or we then how many Chlamydomonas present in a square feet, then how many Chlamydomonas present in a, we can multiply them. But even in a small region it is quite difficult for calculating a number of Chlamydomonas or unicellular organism. So it cannot be possible. So if we found relative population density, so it can be possible to obtain a relative population density. For instance, the number of fishes catch per trap is good enough measure of its total population density in the land. So how many fishes catch per trap? So we can calculate what is the population density, or how can we can measure the population density of a given pond. Now we are mostly obliged to estimate population size indirectly without actually counting them or seeing them. The tiger census in our national parks and tiger reserves is often based on pug marks and fecal pallets. So pug marks, actually the marking on the done on the tiger in the tiger reservoir or national park, and fecal pallets. We can also identify with the fecal pallet or calculate the number of the tiger, or thus we find out or measure the population density of the size. So what we have discussed in today's class, let us revise what are the population attributes. Here is birth rate, death rate, population density, age pyramid, sex ratio. These are the significant population attributes. Now let us revise what we have discussed in today's class. So what is birth rate? First we calculate. So here is the example. If 8 plants birth in a lotus pond of 20 lotus per year. So what is the birth rate of that lotus plant? That is 0. 8 divided by 20, number of birth divided by number of lotus, or in a year. So the 0.4 offspring per lotus per year. Similarly for the fruit fly also, but in weekly it can be calculated. So in a 40 fruit flies, only 4 get die in a week in laboratory. So 4 divided by 40 is equal to 0.1 individual per fruit fly per week, not year. It is according to the lifespan of living organism. Another attribute characteristic is sex ratio. 60:40 ratio always appear in a population, that is 60% of female or 40% of male are present in a given population. Then also the age pyramid is also present in a given population. Age pyramid in a age pyramid, all the living organisms distributed in 3 groups, that is pre-reproductive phase, reproductive phase and post-reproductive phase. Those or children actually, or small, or they cannot reproduce, they are known as pre-reproductive phase. Reproductive phase, they can reproduce or give birth to child, so that are reproductive, belongs to reproductive phase. And post-reproductive phase, they lost their ability, or they for example they belong to old age, for old age, so and cross the reproductive phase. What is the number of that population? So on the basis of these 3 type of pyramids are available: expanding type of pyramid, stable type of pyramid, and declining type of pyramid. In a expanding type of pyramid, if the pre-reproductive phase, number of pre-reproductive individuals are more than the reproductive individuals, so that type of pyramid is expanding type of pyramid. Stable, when both are equal, that is pre-reproductive and post-reproductive both are equal. So pre-reproductive and reproductive both are equal, then stable type of pyramid. Declining type of, if the pre-reproductive individuals are less than the reproductive individuals, so that type of pyramid is known as declining type of pyramid. So generally most of the countries shows that type of the foreign countries shows the declining type of pyramid for stable. And firstly the India is also shown this expanding type of pyramid, but due to the different family planning and different programs initiated by our government or NGOs, the India shows the slightly stable type of pyramid, but nearly the China firstly shows the expanding type of pyramid, but due to the certain because continuously rise in the population, some rules stated by the government, or due to which the pyramid are shown by China is declining type of pyramid now. Now, here is, if we talk about another is the population density. What is population density? We just calculate the number of individuals in a given population. So, for example, the carrot grass is 20 in number, so population density shown by carrot grass also. But if we only consider the number of individuals present in a population, so the banyan tree shows the less population density as compared to the carrot grass, because carrot grass are 20 in number, but it is not significantly correct. Correct if we consider the biomass and area covered by individuals. So the banyan tree always shows the more population density than the carrot grass. So student, here is the final, and I hope you like this video, student, and thank you for listening and watching.